at the moment. I think this one was, it's not the terrain. I think it's one of the other ones that started with a T. It's from the 80s and 90s. Oh, nuts. Well, at least I'm over here. Shit. New chain broke. But I'm like 6 blocks from home. So that's nice. I'm glad I got a box of. Part of the reason I have no money is because I ordered a thing of 10 master links just to have them. So it looks like that's what I'll be doing later, getting this to work. Hopefully I don't have to do too much, because my more expensive chain breaker decided to break when I was working on this bike, whenever that was, 2-3 weeks ago. So hopefully, and now the seat's messed up. I was gonna try to ride down. So hopefully it's not that bad, and it's not to find a chain breaker. I have one that's in pieces that might work, but I'm not completely sure. But I'm almost home, so I'm not stressing it. But very weird that that happened. But mostly weird because it's a brand new chain. When I put it on, I had bought it and kept it in my backpack just in case I needed it when I was out and about. I could just cut it to length because it was uncut. So now I have something to do later this afternoon after I clean my room. That was today's excitement, cleaning and reorganizing my room. Hoping my mom doesn't have a Zoom call today, because that would put a damper on the being able to make noise. Gets kind of old. It's not really worrying about making noise and it picking up on the microphone. It's more so the dog, because certain times I make noise from anywhere in the house, but especially my room. She gets all barky, so I kind of have been cleaning my room in increments, which sucked since my mom has some Zooms where she talks, some where she doesn't. I don't know which day is which because it keeps changing. Kind of annoying. Wish you would do it elsewhere, because like it's kind of inconvenient for my dad and me, especially sometimes when she has 2 to 4 in one day, maybe 5. It can be kind of ridiculous being shunted to stay in my room, or if I leave, I have to be as quiet as possible to not make the dog make any noise, or leave for X amount of hours just to not be exiled in my room. It wouldn't be that bad, but since the dog's so unpredictable, but in a way that she's predictable, that's where the randomest noises make her sound the alarm. I usually don't bother. Ugh. My seat's being funky again, but at least it's now. Tried to fix it before I left, but the bolts were giving me trouble, so I just went with the one that would tighten, hoping it would do something, but every time I tightened it, it would move, so that wasn't very helpful. At least it made it. Glad I didn't go to the other post office. That would have sucked, since it's on the other way side of town. I was at least approaching I was actually just right off my street when it happened, since as I mentioned the other day, I don't like going up the hill that I turned off. I don't mind it when riding, but this dude that lives right a few houses before the top, if he's outside, he always asks me to buy him a skateboard. He's in like his 40s or 50s, and I never encounter the kind he's after, even though he wants mine, but mine isn't for sale, even though I barely use it. I just have to replace one of the wheels because I hit something and it broke part of it. Like part of the left side of the wheel, there's a chunk missing. Didn't even notice while riding. I was just looking at the wheels for whatever reason, doing something. I happened to see it. But since it's a limited edition bike, it's kind of hard. Santa Cruz Ninja Turtle collaboration, looking like a fishtail, but slightly modernized, a little bigger I think, or a little smaller, I can't remember. I'm trying to think of a fishtail. I had a bunch as a kid, but forgetting. It even has the rails on the bottom like they did in the 80s and early 90s. Why is it full on the wrong side of the road? Yeah, they just moved over. No, now I have to tighten my chain ring too. All the problems. At least most of this way has a little bit of a descend, so I coasted most of the way. Had to walk a little bit. Okay, now I have to fix everything on my bike. That'll be fun. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please the algorithm. Alright, toodles. I tried to do an even amount of tightening on each side, just so in theory it would have the same torque on each side, just to see if it would help. But I may have lucked out with it because I got it loose enough. Since the seat post it was on is quick release, I took it out the bike and then just loosened it and was able to wiggle out the seat post. So since I didn't have to do much but just loosen both of the nuts, I was hoping it would be great, because when I put the other one on, I had to take the other seat off and then put it, the seat I had been having trouble with the last week or so, I put that into the housing for the seat that came with the bike. I came with this bike, but taking it apart made it all uneven, and that was the problem. I think the middle part, the bar that has all the threading, I think it was uneven, and that's where the problem began after I transported it from seat to seat. This one's a little bit more comfortable, slightly smaller. It's also a comfort seat that a parent or grandparent would have, but I forgot it's much smaller than the other one. So that's nice, because the other one, even though it's comfortable, it was kind of annoying because how wide it was in the back. I think that's why it kept coming loose, because I wasn't centered enough. I think it was slightly too big for my butt. I hope I don't have any problems for a while, since this and the Diamondback are my only working bikes. But I need to get tubes, and I need to replace. I already have the replacement rim strips because I've had some for a while that are unused. I've had for like a year or two, maybe 3 years. I bought them, but I think there was 2 extra, or it's only or something. There may have been 2 extra. I don't know. Or I just used 1 or something. So I have those, and I put them aside when I was cleaning my room. So I need to put those both in both seats, both wheels for the Diamondback before I ride it again, because the other ones, even though I didn't have any problems while I was riding it, they've fallen apart. So that's that. So I'm gonna see when I change the rim strips on the Diamondback. I'm gonna look through all my 26-inch inner tubes and see if I have any. If I have at least one, so I only have to buy 1. So we'll see. Or if Walmart still has it on their website, the 4-pack for 4, because it saves a few bucks. It ends up being like 12 or 13 for 4, and they're like 5 or 6, like $4.99 plus tax for the Walmart brand. So we'll see what happens. Because I might be lucky and just have to change the valve for worthwhile investment buying that. I need to buy a couple more just to have more than one in case I lose one. Have them in a few places just to be safe. They're like 99 cents, $1.99, something like that. Like $2 or less, maybe $3. Dang, they're giving away free clothes. Wonder what's up the last couple times I come down here. I don't know if it was in the shot, because how I just turned my head, but the thrift store that I go to sometimes, that's ran by the people that run the halfway house that's across the street from my house, as well as there's another one on the street behind my house, up a few blocks, and one or two more around town. They had been advertising 75% off all clothes, but then it said 50-cent clothes on the right window and free clothes on the left. Wonder what's up with that. I still haven't gone to Goodwill, and they've been open a week. Haven't had the money. I was gonna go just to peruse and break my saying to myself I made last year, since it's taking me so long to get through all the free clothes I got last year, plus the ones that I got back in January of this year. Might as well go see what's what. And I have to deal with my shoelace. I think it broke. Maybe not. It got caught in the inside of my pedal just now. Go to the corner. Never fun riding your fixed gear when your shoes come undone. I ruined a couple shoes that way, which was fine compared to ruining myself. Just had some minor inconveniences for a couple minutes because of the motion tightening the shoelace until I was able to get up and deal with it. My shoes